Good morning, students. In this lecture, we are going to talk about interest on debenture and its accounting treatment. Friends, interest on debenture is paid by company to the debenture holders. Normally, it is paid two times in a year, but sometimes company are paying yearly also. So, either yearly or half yearly interest is paid on debentures, and the rate of interest is predetermined and prefixed with the debentures. At the time of issue of debentures only it is announced. Moreover, friends, whenever company pay debenture interest, company deduct some amount from it according to the rule of income tax. This amount company will deposit to the income tax department on behalf of the customer, on behalf of the debenture holder. This amount which company deduct out of the interest payable to the debenture holders is known as tax deducted at source, TDS, tax deducted at source. So let us see how accounting treatment is done or given for interest on debenture. Interest on debentures and its accounting treatment. Interest on debenture is usually paid half yearly. Interest on debenture is recorded in the statement of profit and loss account. This interest is expense against profit. Interest on debenture has to be paid regularly even if the company suffers a loss or does not earn a profit. This we have discussed already when we have discussed the important point about debentures, that to pay interest on debenture is compulsory whether company is making profit or suffering loss. The rate of interest payable on debentures is prefixed on debenture. For example, 9% debenture. Here interest is to be calculated at the rate of 9% on debentures. This we have already discussed. As per Income Tax Act, a company is required to deduct income tax at the prescribed rate from the gross amount of debenture interest before any amount is payable or amount is paid to debenture holder. This tax amount is to be deposited with the income tax department on behalf of debenture holders. It's called a TDS, means tax deducted at source. Let us see journal entries to be passed for interest on debenture. Friends, when interest on debentures become due to be paid, entry is passed: interest on debenture account debit to debenture holders account to TDS payable account. Friends, here interest on debentures account is debited because it is an expense for the company. Now suppose total debentures are of rupees 1 lakh and rate of debenture interest is 9%. Okay, so according to that, if company is paying yearly, so 9% of 1 lakh, 9,000 will be the total interest on debentures. And suppose the rate of tax is 20%, then on rupees 9,000, 20% will be deducted as TDS from the amount to be paid to the debenture holders, and this amount will be deposited to income tax department. So 1 lakh is the amount of debenture, 9% is the rate, yearly interest is paid, so 9,000 will be the interest on debenture. Out of that, 20% tax will be deducted. 20% of 9,000 comes 1,800. So out of 9,000, 1,800 will be credited to TDS payable, and remaining, that is 7,200, will be credited to debenture holders account. So here our entry will be interest on debentures account debit 9,000 to debenture holders account 7,200 to TDS payable account 1,800. And friends, when debenture holders are paid off, then debenture holders account debit to bank account, how much? 7,200. And when amount is deposited to the income tax department, TDS payable account debited to bank account 1,800. Okay, so these three entries are passed for the payment of debenture interest, right? One more entry is passed to transfer the amount of interest on debentures to statement of profit and loss account at the end of the year. So the entry becomes for that statement of profit and loss account debit to interest on debentures account. At the end of the year, statement of profit and loss account debit to interest on debentures account. Okay friends, so this is all about the accounting treatment. There are two terms regarding this interest: interest accrued and due, and interest accrued but not due. Let us see what are these two terms. While preparing the final accounts for an accounting period, provisions or effects must be made for any accrued interest on debentures due to variations of date. Method of accrued interest. The first one, interest accrued and due. If company pays interest on debenture half yearly on 30th June and 31st December, while preparing balance sheet as on 31st March 2018, if the interest for the period ending on 31st December 2017 remains unpaid, it will be called interest accrued and due. Friends, here company is paying debenture interest two times in a year, that is half yearly interest company is paying. Interest dates are 30th June and 31st December. Now on 31st March 2018, if the interest which was payable on 31st December 2017 remains unpaid, then this will be known as interest accrued and due. It is accrued as well as due. Why due? It has not been paid. It's supposed to be paid by 31st December but not been paid, so it is accrued as well as due. Next is interest accrued but not due. In the same case, where company is paying two times interest on 30th June and on 31st December in a year, and on the date of balance sheet, that is on 31st March, that is on 31st March 2018, the interest for the period from 1st January 2018 to 31st March 2018 will be called interest accrued but not due. Why not due? Because it will be paid off, it will be due to be paid off on 30th June, upcoming 30th June, that is 30th June of 2018, right? So this is called interest accrued but not due. Okay friends, so this was all about debenture interest and its accounting treatment. In next lecture we will be doing sums regarding this. Thank you.